So is this your bedroom?
Yes, it's my bedroom. Yes,
Bedroom?
it's not a...
And what's your favourite colour, Ashley?
Red.
Red. Yeah. And so what else is in your house? Can you show me around your house?
Think that one over there. That's my cat, bird, Peter.
Yeah. Peter? Ah. There's two in there. What's the other bird's name?
Peter.
Peter 1 and Peter 2.
Yeah.
Wow. And this is, I heard this is your new kitchen, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
There's a picture of that.
Yeah. And do you do any cooking in your new kitchen?
No, I didn't.
Not yet? Alright. Can you show me your other room in your house for me?
That place about there,
Yeah.
and it was, this is people.
For visitors? So this is your backyard, Ashley?
The backyard?
You've got some pavers and an outdoor area. So this is where you have some people over?
Yeah, people over there, the next door. There's a chicken.
There's a chicken. Can we walk over together?
There's a chicken over there.
Yeah.
Ashley was in a
He
was in a group home situation with 3 other autistic people who they thought because they were autistic they should get on. Physically attack Ashley and mentally go into his room, and Ashley came to us one day, or me or us of us one day, and he said, "Why are you leaving me in this awful situation where I'm getting hurt and damaged? Why haven't you got me out of this situation?"
Yeah.
And I said to him, "Lovey, come home and I will show you all the paperwork that I have done." I said, all the letters I've written. So I got all the files out and showed him all the letters I had written to the department and to anyone I could think of, to political parties, anybody, to try and get you out of the group home situation and into a single home. And he just sat there and looked at it all and started to cry. And I said to him, "I'm doing my very, very best to get you out of there, darling." So a week later, he decided to take it into his own hands, and he walked out of the house at 8 o'clock in the morning and didn't come back until 5 o'clock that night. And that's when he started not stopping there. Now this went on for probably a good 12 months.
Yeah, 12, 15 months.
Where he would catch the train and go to town, and he couldn't come home because he couldn't buy a ticket. Even though I tried to give him tickets, he wouldn't come home on the train until the guard had left the station at Central, and then he'd catch the last train home because he could walk in and get on the train. Now he had no food, no water from when he left home at 8 until night. David and I used to go into town and sit in the mall and try and find him. We were worried out of our brains. It put me in hospital and David in hospital at different times, purely under the stress of it. Ashley misjudged the train stop and he would end up at Robina, and one day it was 5 days before we found him.
Yeah.
The department just absolutely ignored it and would not move him out of that situation. They would tell us, "We could go, but your funding stops with us." They didn't do anything until Judy Spence said to them, "I want this boy out of this situation with his funding as soon as possible." with us.
And we eventually did a deal, and we got him out of there into an old people's residence at Stafford, which was inappropriate, but at least it was better than what we had. Had his own little unit.
Yeah, no.
And then Di said, as I said earlier, we'll get him living in his own house again. And we thought, oh yeah, she's crazy, but we'll put up with her. She's genuine and honest. And Trish was the one that eventually, she nagged housing that much that she eventually got one. And when he first got there, he would never leave the house, physically leave the house. He accepts ownership of that house and the responsibility of it. About 12 years, and he calls it my brand new house every time they put a coat up.
I mean, it's
my brand new house.